Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, please lead us from unreality to the reality, from the darkness to the light, and from mortality to the immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Yeah, my dear devotees, we were discussing Aparokshanubhuti, the basic text on Advaita Vedanta, the non-dualistic philosophy. The author is trying to tell what is true knowledge, what is not true knowledge. When we say that we are all knowledgeable people, we know so many things, then how can you say that there is a true knowledge and false knowledge? How do you define, or how do you explain that? What is true knowledge according to Advaita Vedanta or the non-dualistic philosophy? According to the non-dualistic philosophy, the true knowledge is knowledge of oneself, knowledge of who am I. Then come on, Swami, do you think that don't we know who are we? I know my biodata. I have got a beautiful CV with me. How can you say that I don't know about myself? Yes, well, you have got a biodata. You know better than anyone else about you, no doubt. You have got one of the best CV possible in the world, no doubt, curriculum vitae. But when we say that, who are you? Do you know? We don't mean about your paraphernalia, about your external achievements, about your attributes with your personality, character, and with body and with mind. Then what are we speaking of? What are we referring to? We are referring to the consciousness. It is called self, or it is called spirit. It is called Atman, which is existence, consciousness, and bliss absolute. That is what true knowledge. But unfortunately, we have mixed up ourselves, the I or the sense of oneself, sometimes with the body, sometimes with the mind, sometimes with the thoughts, sometimes with the emotions, sometimes with the materialistic objects, sometimes with our achievements, sometimes with success and failure. So like that, I has been mistakenly getting attached to so many things, either the world, worldly objects, success and failure, happy and misery, and with body-mind complex. So this is what false knowledge, according to the non-dualistic philosophy. You are none of these things. You are the pure awareness. You are the just consciousness, and you are the bliss absolute. That is your real nature. And the moment you know it, you are the knowledgeable person. And that is what true knowledge, according to the non-dualistic philosophy, are the Advaita Vedanta. And from couple of shlokas, the author was trying to explain us, trying to make us understand why I am not body, why I am not mind, why I am not thoughts, why I am not feelings, why I am not mind, why I am not gross body, why I am not subtle body, why I am not even causal body. I am different from all these things. How? Because all these things are experienced and I am the experiencer. For an example, the indweller in the house and the house should be different. The house and the person who dwells in the house both cannot be one and the same. The owner of the vehicle and the vehicle both are different, both cannot be same. When I'm riding a bicycle, that means the bicycle and the rider, they are different. Similarly, when I'm riding a motorbike, the rider and the traveler, the rider or traveler, and the motorbike is different. When I'm sitting in the car and when I'm driving, the driver or the owner of the car and the car, the vehicle, which we are using for transportation or traveling, that is quite different. We understand. And similarly, the author is telling, so it is similar that the indweller in this body is different from the body, but unfortunately, you are mistaking yourself with the body. Why? I am not the body. When you say that whose body it is my body. I have it, it is my body, we say, but we don't say that I am the body. Though we don't say, but we feel. How? Something happens, like for example, I get a cold, I get a severe cough, immediately I become morose. I feel something, I start feeling as if it has happened to me itself. See, that's what the difference. If something happens to the other person, we say, oh, this all comes and goes, don't worry, you take some medicines, drugs, then this will be taken care. This will be taken care, we say. But when it happens to same thing to me, but can I objectively see the same situation, same problem? No. We get carried over, we get disturbed. Why? Because though the disease is for my body, but I feel that the disease happens to me because I feel that so much, tadatmya we say in Sanskrit, so much I have attached myself to the body, I feel the disease has come to me. So this delusion, this ignorance has to be removed. Now the question may come for all of you, why this ignorance, why this delusion has to be removed? The philosopher or the realized person, the sage or saint says that why? Because that is the root cause for all of our miseries. That is the root cause for all of our problems. Hence, we should we should destroy the ignorance. Once you destroy the ignorance, then all your problems will cease to exist. That's the reason you should attend Aparokshanubhuti class. That is the reason you should understand the Advaita philosophy. That is the reason you should practice Vedanta in a day-to-day life. The world will not change. The world may not change, will not change, no doubt. People will not change, no doubt, but you will change. In the midst of the same circumstances, you can live happiest life. When you detach yourself from your body and mind, you can live the happiest life in the midst of all the problems. I think I narrated a story of Swami Kamalananji Maharaj, Revered Swami Kamalananji, in my previous class. He had a blood vomiting, he had an angiogram and all, but he was just laughing. When I asked, how is it possible? He said that I had an experience that I am not this body and mind. I am different from this body and mind. Just an experience at some point of time that was quite enough for him. Even at his deathbed or even at the operation theater, he was not disturbed. He never had any anxiety. His mind was not agitated. Abhinivesha, the fear of death, is very much for all of us. So there, that particular Swamiji had conquered even that. Why? Because of the experience that I am the self, I am neither the body nor the mind, nor the senses, nor the emotions, nor the thoughts. So that is the beauty of Advaita Vedanta. Now, I had told there is a lot of difference between the nature and the quality. When we say, what is Atman? What constitutes Atman? When we say existence, consciousness, bliss absolute, we should not take it as a quality, we should take it as a nature. For an example, in the rose, if you remove the redness, still it exists as a rose. But the roseness itself, if you remove from the rose, then that flower cannot exist as a rose. For an example, a human being. In a human being, when there is a humanity in him, when there is a humanness in him, then only he can be called as a human being. That humanness goes away. He becomes a cruel. He doesn't care for anyone, just for his satisfaction or for his selfishness. He is ready to put anyone into any type of trouble. He brings a lot of trouble for the people, and he is very cruel in his approach and all, when we say that he's a beast. He has got 2 eyes, he has got the same head, any human being is got. He has got 2 hands, 2 legs, just like a physical human body he has got. Because of his nature, we say that he's a beast. He's like an animal, he's a beast. Why? Because that humanness is not there in him. Because that is the nature, that is the essential nature of a human being. That's why we are called humans. So similarly, the existence, awareness and bliss or happiness, whatever we say, they are the nature of the Atman or the self. They are not the qualities of the Atman. We have seen Nirguna, without any attribute, and Nishkriya, without any activity. Oh, Swami, from dawn to dusk, I do so much activities. Every animal does activity. Every even bird does activity. Any being, any living being does a lot of activity, including plants. How can you say that I stay without any activity? Yes, from dawn to dusk, we do a lot of activities at different levels, no doubt. But all things is done by your body and mind, not by you. You are just like a sakshi. You are a witness. And at the same time, you are eternal. Thousands of years before, you were there as a spirit, yes. Are you now? Yes, I am. After 100,000, 10,000 years, will you be there? Yes, I will be there. So that is what Nitya, eternal. So these things we had discussed. Now, the 28th sloka, we will try to understand. Before that, probably I will give a short background, how to think in a particular way Advaita philosophy says. Now, for an example, I'm holding this book, notebook. What is this? Oh, Swami, that is a notebook, you say. Yes, fine. But I feel that there is something else. Why don't you think? Okay, it's a notebook. It has got 50, 80, or 100 pages, and it has got a pink color wrapper, and it is unruled sheets. Yeah, yes, you are giving a description. But still, I wanted to think you. I want you to think more. Yeah, then you scratch your head, start thinking what else, what else. Ah, it is a paper. It is a collection of papers. So you were saying the notebook. Now you start telling that, okay, they are collection of white papers. Fine. You are coming to my point. Then I ask you once more that you think little more. You think little more. You think go little deep. Maybe then, okay, this paper is manufactured by the wood. So the wood has formed in a different way. The wood is appearing in a different way in the form of paper. Okay, it is so wood. Okay, think little bit. Okay, it is a wood and it is from tree. Fine. Okay, I ask you, fine, you are coming to nearer to the truth. I ask you to think again little more deep. Yeah, it is a wood and it is made from tree. And okay, this tree is made up of 5 elements. Philosophically, or if you ask, then go little, then the tree, if you goes on, sizzle out, then you say, okay, there are molecules. Every cell has got so many molecules, cell or molecules. Okay, fine. Then I ask you to go little deep. Then you say, okay, there are atoms, there are nucleus. If it is a plant cell, that's something else. Otherwise, just if you take an atom, it is which is the smallest indivisible particle, we say. Of course, now still we have gone deep. Okay, it has consists of atoms. Yeah, fine, you are coming nearer and you go think a little more deep. Yeah, atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, something like that. Okay, then what is that? You go a little more deep, then you say it is a condensed form of energy. Fine. So till now only till there only science has come. The condensed form of energy is nothing but the matter. We say that. Now that's what the energy is nothing but prana in the non-dualistic philosophy or in the Indian philosophy. From the energy, we have gone to the mind. From the mind, we have gone to the consciousness. And from this consciousness, everything has come or everything has been emerged out. See, one notebook we say, just we say notebook. But when I ask you to start thinking deeply, more and more inside, go, and you come to the prana or you come to the energy level. But we take it for granted that is a notebook, it is a collection of papers, unruled sheets, it is in white in color, it has got a particular dimension, particular shape, particular weight, particular color, name and form. But when I ask you to think more and more and more intensely, deeply, then you come to the atoms, and when you come to slowly electrons, then you come to energy. This is what we have to think. When we say that the whole world is made up of consciousness, from consciousness everything has come out, then immediately we say, maybe it is an hypothetical argument, we say. We cannot understand what it is actually most of the time. So probably this is giving an idea or a thought current for all of you to think how this world has come from consciousness, and how I am consciousness, and why I am not this body and mind. All these things can be taken from this type of thinking. So this type of thinking has to be exercised every day in our mind. Nirmalo nischalo anantaha shuddhaha aham ajaraha amaraha naham deho yasadrupaha hi asadrupaha gnanamityuchate budhaihi. The realized people, the man of intellect, they describe what is true knowledge. Nirmalaha, mala means dirt, nirmalaha means dirtless, or means pure, or free from all impurities. Nirmalaha means free from all impurities. Nischala, chala means movable, nischala means immovable. Anantaha, antaha, there is a end, it is a limited, and anantaha means it is unlimited. Shuddha, it is pure, it is holy, it is aham, I. Ajaraha, jara means decaying, ajara. In Sanskrit, if you add a for anything but, it becomes opposite meaning. Ajaraha, undecaying. Then amara, mara means marati, martya means with a decaying, which is mortal. Amara means immortal. Ahamna, I am not. What I am not? Deha, I am not this body. He surely, it is for certain. Asadrupaha, I am not non-existent. Iti uchyate budhaihi gnanam. So thus, the wise people say that this is a true knowledge. Means the wise people say, what is true knowledge? That I am free from all impurities. I am immovable, and I am unlimited in nature, and I am holy. I am undecaying, I am immortal, and I am not the body, and I am not non-existent. Means I am existence. This is what true knowledge. Now, nirmalaha means I am free from impurities, means I am ever pure. So this pure impurity can be, classified into 2 or 3 categories. One is physical impurities. We all understand what is physical impurity. We need not to tell about it. Then mental impurities, bad thoughts, bad feelings, bad thinking, jealousy, hatred, envy, greedy. All these things are mental impurities. Then the other impurity can be unripened ego. So I am neither all of these things. I am free from all these impurities. I am pure, and I am holy, and I am divine, and I am never the sinner. So if someone, we say that, okay, is a sinner, is a good person, is a bad person. So that good person, bad person, the goodness and badness refers to his character or his personality. And this character or personality is formed from his impressions created by his work. And that work is created by his impulsive force called thoughts. That means if a person has got good thoughts, then he has got good impulsiveness, and it creates, or it forces him to do good actions. Then the impressions, the results will be good. That is called virtue, and he'll be a virtuous man. And he's a good character, and he's a good man, good being. Similarly, if he has got more of bad thoughts, then his impulsive force is always to do bad actions. Then the result will be bad results. Then he's called sinner. Then he's called wicked person, bad person, wrong person, etc., etc. So his goodness and badness refers to the only character and personality, but it is not in his real nature. Why? Because the real nature of every either saint or sinner, it is Atman, it is ever pure, it is free from all impurities, it is holy, it is divine, and it is not sinner. And this idea gives the tremendous confidence in all of us to become holy, to become divine, to become virtuous. So the concept of divinity, the concept of divine principle should bring us the signs of infinite possibilities. Okay, I may be a good person. I may be a bad person. 80% good, 20% bad. Or 20% good, 80% bad. Or 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, maybe whatever it may be. But by proper action, by proper attitudes, by proper thought currents, by proper thinking, I can change myself. I can correct myself by correcting my actions, correcting my thought currents, correcting my attitudes, correcting my feelings. All these things, I can become more and more good person, more and more better person, more and more best person. So the concept of divinity brings lot of confidence, lot of positive attitude, lot of positive thinking in us. This is the greatness of Advaita Vedanta. So this also brings a lot of tremendous energy in you. So if you are a doctor, you can be the best doctor. If you're an engineer, by studying Vedanta, you can become the best engineer. If you're a monk, by studying Vedanta, you can be the best monk. If you are an entrepreneur, business entrepreneur, you can be the best business entrepreneur by studying Advaita Vedanta. So that's what here saying, you are free from all impurities and you are unlimited. So there's a lot of strength, lot of energies inside which is hidden, but we have to manifest it. How to manifest it? Because you are Ananta, by willpower, by doing it. Now, how to understand this, Swami? For example, I give you a thing which weighs for 10 kgs. Okay? You take it and you lift it and you'll keep it. Then I ask you, can you hold on for some time? Maybe, yeah. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, fine. But afterwards you feel, Swami, there is a little pain in the hands. Okay, so 1 minute you were able to. Then daily you try to practice. Then daily you started practicing lifting and keeping down, lifting and keeping down. The same 10 kgs. Wait, after a week, you'll be able to hold on for even for 5 minutes or more than that, but still your hands doesn't pain. Why? Because you are lifting every day, or you exercising it, then the energy, you got more and more strength, you got more and more physical strength in your hands so that it is no more paining. A week before, you were not able to. After a week, after exercise, you are able to. Then if you continue for some more days, probably even you can carry 20 kgs, 30 kgs, and you can hold on for 5 minutes. Probably your hands may not pain. Why? Because of exercising. That power, where it came? Does it come from sky? Does it come from Lipi River? Did it come from Wicklow Mountain? Or was it in our neighbor's house? No, it was in your body, in your muscles. Earlier it was not there, and now it is there. How? Because exercising it. It was there in inherent form, in a potential form. By doing exercise, you did manifest it. Similarly, this consciousness has got infinite strength. When you become more and more, instead of that thinking that you are body and mind, if you start thinking that you are a soul, when you start thinking that Atman, lot of energy oozes out. By that strength, self-confidence, everything comes, then you can lead a better life. Problems can be many, but you'll be able to face them. You'll be able to face the challenges at all levels, and you'll be able to progress in your life. That is also even practically, pragmatically, that is the use of studying Advaita Vedanta. That's why we should study. And it is holy. It is a divine. It is never the sinner. It is neither the limited. It is unlimited. And it is not mortal, and it is immortal. That is my real nature. That is what in the 28th sloka we are telling. So when you hear all these things, the question may come. So these are all good thoughts, but I'm not able to comprehend self like I comprehend iPhone, I'm not able to see, I'm not able to experience, just like an iPad or maybe a fruit, a flower. So can I say that it is a non-existent? No, it is existent, but we cannot understand by our body and mind. It is beyond body and mind. So what is this beyond body and mind is explained in the forthcoming slokas. So, but I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am the ever pure soul, ever pure Atman. From the 29th sloka, the narration style of author has been changed for some more slokas. I think in the previous 5-6 slokas, what the wise man say, what is true knowledge, what the wise man say, that same narrative style we saw from 29th sloka, the narrative style changes bit. Swadehe shopanam santam, purushakyam cha samantatam, sammatam, kim murkha shunyamatmanam, dehatitam karoshipoho, boho murkha. Oh, you are, oh ignorant ones, oh ignorant ones. This style of narration goes for few more slokas now. Swadehe, deha, body, swadeha, swadehe, in your own body. Shobhanam, shobhanam means blissful, luminous. Then santam, santam, santi means ever existent. Then purusha akyam, akyam means knowledge, purushakyam means known as Purusha, the knowledge as Purusha. Purusha means again self, we have to understand. Sammatam means established. Kim, why, murkha, bo murkaha, oh you the ignorant one. Shunyam, non-existent. Atmanam, the self. Dehatitam, beyond the body. Karoshi, asat. Here the author is telling that if you say that you are non-existent, you are the fool. And indirectly, the author is trying to refute the one school of Buddhistic philosophy. The Buddhistic philosophy, it is called Shunyavada, nihilism. The nihilists say that the Atman, whatever you are explaining, trying to explain the nature of the Atman, according to us, the Atman is Shunya. The Atman is non-exist, it is a void. That's what the nihilists, they say. And Adi Shankaracharya, the greatest philosopher of the non-dualistic philosophy, Advaita Vedanta, is refuting it. No, you cannot explain, you cannot describe the Atman as a Shunya because it is a positive entity, Asti, it is there. So we will try to understand this sloka in a deeper manner. O you, the ignorant one, why do you assert the blissful, ever-existent Atman, which resides in your own body, and at the same time it is different from it, which is known as Purusha, and it is established by the Shruti. Shruti means Vedas or scriptures, as identical with Brahman to be absolutely non-existent. So why are you saying that the Brahman, or why are you describing the Atman or Brahman non-existent, oh the ignorant ones? Why? I'm giving the reason, because it is blissful in nature. We are all experiencing that. And it is ever existent, it is eternal ones. And it is all pervading, and it also resides in your own body. And you are experiencing that. And at the same time, you are different from the body, which is called, known as Purusha. And the Vedas also, the scriptures also confirms this. Then, but still you say that the Atman or the Brahman or the self is non-existent or void or Shunya. It is foolishness to say, oh, the ignorant ones, please don't say. Now, Purusha is the one of the again technical term. Means when we say Atman or Brahman in the Vedanta, there's one philosophy, one school of philosophy called Sankhya, which is one of the ancient school of philosophy in Indian philosophy. So the Sankhyans, they explain the self as a Purusha. If you know someone Sanskrit, Purusha means it is a male, we say. Yes, for the male it is called Purusha. Here Purusha means it is not masculine gender, it is a neutral gender. Here Purusha means it is self or Atman or Brahman. Atman or self. How to understand this Purusha as the Atman here? Pura means actually city or the body. And vas means vasati, one who is indwelling, one who is staying, one who is obtaining. So the person who is staying in the city is called citizen. Similarly, the person who is staying in the body, or the person who has obtained this body, is called Purusha. So that is the etymological meaning of this Purusha. Puri vasati iti Purushaha, means one who resides in the Pura, in the body, is called Purusha. I am residing in this body, and Dermot is residing in his own body. Lionel is residing in his own body. Catherine is residing in her own body. Isn't it? That's why it is called Purusha. So Purusha means all of us, we are called Purusha, means that is what? Self. So the nature of the self or Atman is further explained here. And the author is telling that Santam, I'm ever existent. There was no time I was not there. And there is no time I'm not there. And there will be no time I am not there. I will not be there. Why? Because I am self-evident. What do you mean by self-evident? To understand that, oh, are you there? Are you there, Dermot? Dermot says, yes, I am there. Then I ask, Dermot, are you there? And Dermot says, no, I am not here. Oh, how can you say, to say that you are there or not there, to say that you are there, you should be there. And if you are saying that you are not there, then how can you say that you are not there? It is a tautology. It is a contradicting statement. Just like now I'm giving my lecture in English, and if I say that I don't know English, it is a contradicting statement, isn't it? So similarly, if I say that I don't exist, it is a tautology, it's a contradiction. To say that I don't exist, I should exist. Otherwise, I cannot say that I don't exist. It is a very subtle point. Probably you have to think a little bit. To say that I don't exist, like I can say that, okay, whether Dermot is there in Air Vedanta Society, I say, no, Dermot is not there in Air Vedanta Society. If Dermot say that, no, I am not here, that is a contradiction. To say that you are not here, how can you say that? When you are there only, you can say that. When you are not there, how can you say that you are not here? As a first person, you cannot say. As a third person, second person, one can say. I can say Dermot is not there, or Catherine is not there, or Chaital is not there, or Gurdas is not here in the Ayurvedanta Society, Dublin, I can say. But none of you can say that I am not here, or I'm not there. I'm not here. It is a contradictory. So, taking this idea, the author is trying to tell that even to say that I exist or I don't exist, I have to be there. So it is a self-evident. How can you say that the Atman or the self or the Purusha is the void or Shunya? That means you are contradicting your own existence. Like saying that I don't exist. It is a foolishness to say. It is a self-contradictory statement, which is not at all acceptable logically. Forget about scriptures, forget about experience, even logical. From the point of logic, you cannot say that I don't exist or I cannot exist. You cannot say that. So, hence, even it is illogical, oh nihilist, you are saying that the Atman is Shunya, the Atman is void. It is, it is illogical, it is nonsensical. Why? Because I am self-evident. When I say that I exist or I don't exist, I cannot say. So I am self-evident. For an example, have you got phone? Yes. How can I say that? How can you say that? Oh, so okay, take, this is my phone. You show your phone. So I'm showing that my phone. That means to show my phone, I have to show my phone. Otherwise, I ask, okay, you ring me up. So I ring a call and the phone is with you, and we are hearing the phone sound, the sound. Then we say, oh, okay, you have got a phone. And in the world, in anything, to prove that whether it exists or it doesn't exist, we have to see the thing. For an example, there's a leafy river in the Dublin. Does it exist? Yes. How do you say that? I've seen it. And you can say even in the Google Maps, if you see, the leafy river is shown. So it exists. And people, n number of people have seen the leafy river in the Dublin. So they say that leafy river exists. So to prove that existence, someone has to be there to give a certificate that it exists. Isn't it? But Whether I exist or not, there is no one to need to give a certificate, because myself is enough. So whether the self exists or not, it is self-evident. So there is nothing is required to prove its existence. That's what we mean self-evident, or it is ever existent. And Swadehe means in your own body, it is there always. Then do you think that the self or the Purusha is not there in others' body? No. Whether it is there or not, it is his or her experience. I cannot say that whether the Purusha is there in or her body. I can only say that I exist in my body. So that's why they are saying that Swadehe. Even from the point of argument, the self is existing in your own body. You are experiencing it. The moment since you are leaving, that itself shows that the self is in your body, which is self-evident. Then how can you say that the self is void, the self is a shunya? And because the prover of everything need not be proved, because it is self-evident even before proving operation starts. I prove the world, I prove the existence of the universe, I prove the existence of the galaxies, I prove the existence of the stars, I prove the existence of the cities. Yes, I proved so many things. But to prove myself, I exist, there is no one is required, because myself is enough. When I am speaking and you people are listening, that means that itself is enough to show that I exist. So the prover of everything need not to be proved, because he is self-evident. That is what it is told in this sloka. So that's how logically the Advaita philosophy is refuting the nihilistic philosophy, the Shunyavada, which is the school of Madhyamika school of Buddhism. And when you say that it is in the body, Swadehe, in your own body it is existing. So do you think that, then do you say that, okay, the nihilist may ask, so then according to you, the Advaita philosophy, the Atman is existing only in the body, not anywhere else? If you ask, no, it is all-pervading, sarva-vyapi. The consciousness is there everywhere. There is no place in the whole galaxy, in the whole universe, there is no place where the universe is not there. Only to make you proper understanding, we are telling that it also exists in your body. So you should not get confused. Consciousness is all pervasive, whereas the body is located in the consciousness. Consciousness is not located in the body. So this is the fundamental difference. Where is consciousness? Oh Swami, consciousness in our body. It is inside our body, probably in the heart, they say. So consciousness is in the body, we all say. That is all our experience or our thinking. But the Advaita Vedanta says that, no, your thinking is wrong. Consciousness is not in the body, body is in the consciousness. So there's a fundamental difference. Opposite thinking. So from today onwards, you should not say that the consciousness exists in the body. No, the body exists in the consciousness. That we should start thinking. How to understand this? Now, 4G. All our Android phones today, all our Android phones are using 4G. Because of 4G, I'm speaking from Air Vedanta Society, and you people are different from, one is from different parts of Dublin, someone is from France, someone is from UK. All of you are able to hear my talk. How? Because of the internet and the 4G. And where is 4G if you ask? Oh, it is everywhere. Fine. Can you show me? No, it is not possible to see through naked eyes. But when I switch on my net, connection in the phone, immediately I start delivering messages. I will be able to see so many things. You will be able to hear my talk. I will be able to reach you through this 4G spectrum. How to understand that? When iPad or iPhone or phone or the computer or whatever, the instrument when we put on, then we'll be able to see the 4G exists. Though the 4G everywhere it exists, but we need some device to understand. So similarly, this body is a device to understand there is a consciousness. The consciousness it's a pure awareness. It doesn't need any else to prove that it is exist, it is to aware of something. No, but to be aware, you need an instrument, just like a mobile phone for the 4G. So similarly, this body is a tool, weapon to understand that there is a consciousness. Just like there's an electricity going in the wire, then you connect to the board, electrical board, and you connect a bulb and you put on the switch, then through the bulb, the electricity comes and it gives a light. Where is the electricity? Yes, it is inside the whole building in the wires. Can you show me? Yes, I say that, yes, you cut the wire and you keep your hand, you will understand. Oh, the electric shock. Oh, but you were not able to see, you felt the shock and you understood that there's electricity. And the manifestation of electricity can be seen beautifully, properly, clearly, even through the naked eyes with the help of bulbs. It manifests, isn't it? So similarly, the consciousness is all-pervading. Through the body, we are able to experience. But without the body, can it experience? It is itself the experiencer, so then you don't need anything else. Only to feel the consciousness of the experiencer, you need the just body. So Atman is called Purusha, means which pervades and which penetrates, which inheres everything, is called Purusha. And how to understand this? Probably, I will give an example. But we say that I am body, mind, and all, isn't it? And you are saying that the consciousness is covering the entire body. Consciousness is not in the body, and body is in the consciousness. How to make understand? I'll give a simple example. Now, summer, today also we had a good summer in the Dublin. I saw, when I'd been to Blanchardstown and all, I saw everyone was wearing a shorts and just a thin t-shirt and everyone walking. So summer has come, so everyone is happy. Looks like. Fine. So you are walking on the barefoot somewhere. You immediately said, oh, I got scar because of the summer or whatever, because of stone was heat and stones were heated because of the scorching sun. So I got a sore on my feet. Why? Because of what? Because of stones. Because the road was made with the stone slabs. So when I was walking with the barefoot, because of the stones, it was heated. So that's the reason I had got blisters on my feet, on my foot. What is the reason? You say that it is a stone. And I ask, okay, now what is the time? Oh, no, it is a time. It is a 7:45 p.m. Okay, then we will go and walk on the same stone slabs. Okay, we had a cup of coffee, and when a barefoot, we were walking on the same strip and where the stone slabs were laid, and we are walking, and we are not feeling any scorching, and we didn't have any blisters. Then I said to my friend, oh, my dear, and you said that you had a scorching experience and you had some blisters developed on the foot and on the same path when you walked, and now we are walking, both of us. I never had any experience. How can you say that because walking on the stones, you got the sore on your feet or on your foot? He says, my dear, now this is an evening and there is no scorching sun. So stone slabs out. Now it has become pretty cool. That's the reason you are not having any scorching experience or not any blisters on your foot. I said, yes, you are right. So because of that heat or the heating experience or the scorching experience from the stones, whatever I experienced, it was not due to the stones, it was due to the sun or the heat of the sun. Because we had a hot sun and the heat of the sun had radiated on the stones and stone had taken the heat, and so the temperature of the stones had increased, and when I walked on barefoot on the stones and I had a sore feet or sore foot. So that heat belongs to sun, not to the stones. But still we say that, oh, the stones were very hot. That's the reason I got blisters on my foot. You see, in a day-to-day communications, we give the heat attribution to the stones instead of giving to the sun. So similarly, the consciousness belongs to Purusha, the self, and the whole body and everything is in the consciousness, not consciousness in the body, but we mistake. So just like this. And what is this sammatam means? Here, sammatam means contextually we have to understand as revealed in the scriptures. You can remember Taittiya Upanishad. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. What is the nature of Brahman? It is Satya. It is the truth. It is ever existing. And Jnana, it is pure awareness. It is the base of all knowledge. And Ananta, it is eternal. And there is no limitation. It is unlimited. So even from the scriptures point of view, even scriptures state that, scriptures also declare that there is the Purusha, there is a self, which is ever pure, which is ever existent, which is immortal in nature, and it is a consciousness bliss absolute in the nature, and the whole world is made up of that. Even the scriptures are describing it. Atita, beyond. So this, again, Atita, the beyond is a very technical way. There's a very particular way we have to understand. Oh, the Atman is beyond mind and body, so we cannot understand. What do you mean by beyond? Means one meaning, one shade of meaning is the Atman or the self is much subtler than the body and mind. Mind is subtler than the body, and the consciousness or the self or the Purusha is much more subtler or the subtlest than the mind. That is what beyond we mean. The one is beyond means, here beyond means it is not spatial distance. Oh, he is beyond me. That means it is spatial distance we speak. Here beyond means it is unaffected by the body and mind. When we say the consciousness is beyond the body and mind, means the consciousness is not affected by the body and mind. For an example, I was going and I had a fall and I had a fracture. I had a fracture. When I had a fracture, my body was affected. Someone scolded me. Someone abused me. Someone did bullying on me. So my mind got affected. My ego got affected. My emotions got hurt. Then my mind got hurt, or my mind got affected. So your body and mind, thoughts, feelings, emotions, ego, all these things can affect, no doubt. But as a soul, as a Atman, as a Purusha, it is not been affected by all these things. So when we say Atman is the beyond body and mind, means the Atman is unaffected by body and mind. How to understand still? Say for an example, now there's a beautiful sunlight. Now when I go out for walking, I see even at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., I see a couple of children are playing. And in the winter, you cannot see that. Because when there is a sunlight and because of the temperature, the children are playing. Fine. Now, we had a satsang and some of the devotees were sitting in the park and the sunlight, same sunlight, and we are discussing some Vedantic philosophy. Fine. At the same time, using the same sunlight, someone murdered his enemy, so-called. Now the children were playing with the help of the sunlight. The monk and the devotees, with the help of the sunlight, they were discussing the highest ideas, the Vedantic philosophy. A same person using the same sunlight, with the help of sunlight, because he was able to see the person, his enemy, he killed. Now, can anyone say, because of sunlight was there, that's why XYZ killed? If sun would have been descended, if sun would not have been, then the person would not have murdered, the person would not have killed his enemy. Can we say that? No. Sun is not partial. Okay, you are doing good work, I will give you the light. You are not good, you are a wicked person, I will not give you light. No, it's impartial. It all depends on us by using the sunlight, what we do. Someone may read scriptures, someone may do some exercise, someone may do walking, someone may do playing, someone may do all bad actions or heinous actions. But the sun or the sunlight is not perturbed, or the sunlight is not affected by any of these things. So similarly, the consciousness or the Atman or the self or the Purusha is not affected by body and mind. Oh, he's a black-skinned person. Fine. It is not affecting the consciousness or the self. Oh, it's a fair, complex personality. Fine. Again, self is not affected. He's a good guy. Fine. He's a bad guy. He's a wicked guy. He's a scoundrel. Fine. But Atman or the self or the Purusha is not affected by any of these things. So when we say the Atman or the self is beyond body and mind, means it is unaffected by body and mind, its nature, its attributes. And it is subtler than these things. And also when we say it is beyond the world, means consciousness is also unaffected by the world. Say for an example, suddenly, because there was a temperature fall, and tomorrow morning, as soon as you get up, you see there's a 2 degree or 3 degree centigrade in the Dublin. Immediately we bring all our woolen clothes and we wear, and we keep room heaters on, and we keep thinking, oh, what happens immediately? So if there's a temperature fall for such a thing, immediately we are affected. This body is affected. Some feel morose. Oh, we had a good sunny day yesterday, and today again so much cold. I'm affected. My mind is affected by this cold. But whereas the soul, the spirit, or the Atman, or the consciousness is unaffected by this world, the worldly environment, worldly objects, body, physical body, gross body, subtle body, and mind or whatever. So that is what when we mean beyond. And also, you were saying that why they are telling that. The author is trying to tell that even the scriptures are declaring that there is a consciousness, bliss, existence absolute, which is called Atman or Purusha or self. And even the scriptures are describing it, and they are also confirming it. What is the reason? What is the necessity of bringing the role of our scriptural statements? Because many times we common people, we cannot understand anything and everything. This Atman or the self is such a subtlest thing. Many of us, we are not able to understand. But all the people who have already struggled, who have gone far beyond, who have gone advanced in the spiritual path, who have realized the self, they have recorded their experience, and that's what the scriptures, like Vedas or Bible or Quran, they're all prophecies or the prophets' statements about God's soul, about heaven and other things. And they're men of realization, and they've got already experiences. So when we have got a faith on that, when we go, it is a guide map. It is a route map for us. So the author is telling, even the scriptures are also confirming that there is a positive entity which is called self. It is not non-existent. It is existenceness. It is a pure existence, or it is a pure awareness in its real nature. Why? It is not, you cannot contradict. If you are to contradict yourself or to contradict you or to exist. So in reality, in real sense, you cannot contradict. Oh Murkha, oh ignorant person, try to understand and stop telling that the Atman or the Purusha has void as a Shunya. I hope there are some very serious topics, all these things. I will try to explain these things in a much simpler way by giving a lot of examples. If you've got any questions, you can ask. And as I already told, from tomorrow I'm leaving for Zambia for a week. Then afterwards, 10 days I'll be in South Africa, participating in different functions in our different centers of Ramakrishna Mission, and in Zambia also. For 17 days, I will not be taking any class. 11th, I'll be back. Then again, we shall, with the grace of Sri Ramakrishna, Mother Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, and Guru's grace, we shall resume our scripture classes. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.